it's me. I'm in California dreaming, and that is all I know. Hello, how are you? No, seriously, I'm not going to sing anymore. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. I do apologize. I have to apologize. This plan with me was meant to go live yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday the 19th. However, I had a really stressful week at work last week, and I just needed the weekend to chill and veg out and do nothing. So I ended up doing exactly that. So this plan with me is a little bit later than I would have liked it to have been. With that said, we are planning, I believe, March 23rd to March 29th, so the last actual week in March, and we are using a beautiful Slytherin-inspired kit from Creating & Co. that I have hoarded for the last, I'm going to say the last at least 18 months. While I'm thinking about it, I am going to apologize in advance because my throat is croaky as all heck. Don't know why, but it sounds like I have a throg. I can never speak when I want to do a voiceover. It does sound as though I have a frog in my throat, and I'm not sure why, because I'm not sick or anything like that, but I sound a little bit croaky. So I do apologize if I clear my throat or if I sound a little bit husky. Now, as I said, I am using a Creating & Co. kit, and basically the inspiration behind this was that, as you guys would have seen last week on my Plan With Me video, I did decide to use a Hogwarts or like Harry Potter, very generic themed kit, and it was House Pride Week. Now, because I wanted to use the Harry Potter, just the general kit for that to celebrate, of course, all of the houses, I thought that it would be fun to do what I did last year and back that up with a spread featuring, of course, the one and only Slytherin house. I am a proud Slytherin, and I just thought that that would be a way to sort of salute or give an ode to my house. That and the fact that I've had this kit for so long, I just figured if I didn't use it now, I honestly don't know when I would use it. I mean, in all honesty, I probably wouldn't use it until next year when House Pride Week came along again. You can hear my dog in the background. With this whole working from home, our neighbours at the front and side, because they are the same neighbour, they're at home a lot and they make a lot of noise because they're constantly renovating and constantly working on something, and I feel like they're mowing their lawn every day. So the bigger of my two dogs, Jet, doesn't like that, and basically when he hears noises, he goes off his head. So I have spent the last 3 weeks working from home, listening to him barking and barking and barking. Now, before I sort of get too off track, I just wanted to let you guys know, you would have seen I had a bit of an issue with the bottom washi, so I wanted to use the bottom washi from the kit, but when I placed it down, firstly the issue was the removability, so it was ultra sticky, and when I tried to cut it, at first I didn't have my regular scalpel, so I got my husband to bring me up just like a regular Stanley knife, and the Stanley knife was blunt, so when I tried to slice the washi with the Stanley knife, it didn't actually slice all the way through, and when I tried to then remove the part that I'd cut off, it all frayed and like ripped at the bottom and looked really messy. And whilst I am sad that I didn't get to use the washi from the kit, I'm kind of excited because I got to use 2 types of washi that, again, I'd been hoarding for ages. So the bottom washi, you will see that's basically the like emerald green with the silver foil, basically just has like cats and witches hats and things like that, just very magical Harry Potter inspired, and it was really fun to use that. And then the washi that I used on top of that, I also got from Creating & Co. at the time that I purchased this kit, and it's just a green and silver and white regular washi, like there's no foil or anything on it. And then when I was sorting through my stash, I actually found the silver foil quote that I placed over the top of that. Oh my goodness, now I have the hiccups, of course. Sorry, as I was saying, I did decide to then use said quote because, again, I didn't know when else I'd be able to use it. It was silver, so it blended in with what I was wanting to use for the kit this week. And it is actually my favourite quote from Harry Potter, and probably one of my favourite quotes of all time. So it is the quote, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if only one remembers to turn on the light." So I feel like it was also really, really relevant to this spread because obviously this was the last spread before everything kind of changed. It was during all of the corona stuff. It was when we had all of the uncertainty of what was going to happen with the world. Were we going to work from home? Was the economy going to shut down? It was basically at that time of complete and utter chaos and confusion. And I just thought that with this particular kit being Harry Potter, it being a Harry Potter quote, and in light of the events that were going on at the time, I just thought it was really, really appropriate to use. So I decided to lay that down. Fun fact, I've actually contemplated getting a tattoo of that quote on my body somewhere, but firstly, I'm terrified of needles. Secondly, I wouldn't know where to put it. And thirdly, I'm terrified of needles. So yeah, that's just a little fun fact for you. Now, throughout this week, you will see me bring in, so I bought in, like I said, the washi tape from Simply Gilded on the sidebar there. I've bought in the Fox and Cactus washi tape, and I've also used the Creating & Co washi tape. And then in terms of the headers, I use the headers from the kit, but I also bring in some silver foiled headers from Stella Bow Sticker Co. I'm pretty sure I leave date dots off. I can't remember why. I think I just couldn't find any. No, actually, I was going to put foiled ones, and then because the background of the date headers was so dark, I decided that they wouldn't be visible, so I opted against that. And I didn't really have any like black or white ones that I could bring in that I felt sort of matched the theme of the kit. Now, I'm just laying out, some of the foundations, so my TV shows and things like that. And I do believe that I bring in a couple of functional boxes this week. I'm just having a look at the planner spread. So yeah, as usual, I do bring in some functional boxes from Stella Bow just to make the kit, like the function and the full boxes and things like that, stretch throughout the entirety of the spread. And I actually, I'm looking at it on my phone now, I really, really enjoyed how this spread turned out. And I enjoyed working with the scalloped boxes as opposed to just the regular quarter boxes. That was really fun. Using some different washi tapes. And I guess one thing that, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but Maya from Sticker Thief I do PR for, Maya has noticed, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but I do tend to use icons throughout the week that color match to the kit. And I guess I decided to do that firstly because obviously where I can, if I'm using a blue kit, I don't want to have pops of red, just sticking up here and there, unless of course there's pops of red in the kit. But I also found that it was a really clever way to use the stickers that I wouldn't otherwise use. Like, for example, if I'm not using this particular kit this week, I'm not using any of the dark green or black or grey stickers or functional items that you see throughout this spread. So I just feel like it's a really fun way to bring in icons and functional stickers that you wouldn't necessarily otherwise use. And it's helping me use up my stickers a lot more. So I'm really enjoying doing that. Now, before the video gets away from me, let's quickly go through what we've put down so far. So on Monday, I of course have popped in my Coffee Monday script. Now that is from the Sticky Committee, and I paired that with a coffee cup from the kit. I've then used the scalloped boxes and a work script from Chic Street Sticker Boutique to mark in work for this week. On Monday evening, I used a Once More With Love, like a little emoji munchkin in a bear suit, just to mark that I was incredibly tired that day, that I needed to sleep, and those stickers are cute little hibernate stickers, so I thought they were really appropriate. And then I used a hobo flat lay from Oscar and Lou to, of course, denote uploading my Metro City Girl week's plan with me that day. And last but not least, of course, I marked in maths on Monday night. Moving over to Tuesday, again, we've got work at the top there. I've then used a little silver bow that I found attached to the bottom, the quote that I used. It had two little silver bows on it, so I decided to use one of the bows on that particular day to mark down that level 2 lockdown restrictions started for New South Wales specifically. And then beneath that, I've gone and used a little sticker thief bun there with his little coffee cup that basically says, "Shut up." He's got black eyes. He's tired as all hell, which is basically me every day at the moment. And just marked in that I needed all the sleepy time. Again, it was a super, super crazy couple of weeks before I started working from home. And I thought that was a cute little way to, again, use an icon that I wouldn't normally use and to mark in, being fatigued or being tired. I then used a little divider there from Arctic Paper Studio, and of course the last thing that I marked in for Tuesday night was watching maths. Over to Wednesday, we have of course marked in work. Again, I have used one of those little silver foil bows just to denote that I said bye to my workplace indefinitely. So that was the day that I officially finished. So when I logged off at the end of the day at 4:30, that was the last time I worked from my actual workplace. And I have continued to work from home ever since. On Wednesday evening, I've used a little sticker thief icon that's basically just a little bun laying down with a little flag that he's holding up that says nope. That is just to mark that I was hella stressed. Again, the whole workplace arrangement and getting prepared for people to work from home, and it was just chaotic. There was no real plan for it, and even though I was work from home ready within like 2 days, I was one of the people that was kept at work for the longest time. So I was really, really stressed about that. I just wanted to get set up and start working from home as quickly as I could. I then used a little custom sticker there from Sticker Thief, and it's my little bunny in a Rabbitohs or South Sydney jersey, and that is just to mark that the NRL was officially suspended. And then I used a little face mask from Stella Bow to mark having a nap that afternoon. And of course, the last thing that I mark on Wednesday is watching maths. Moving on to Thursday, again, I have marked in work. I've then used a little desk set up there from Stella Bow to mark that it was my first day working from home. At the bottom there, you will see that I used a little thing to mark in having IT issues. So I can't even remember what it was. I think I had my Citrix server, which is what we use to log into our workplace applications, just kept crashing. I had 2 different forms of it running on my computer, and no matter which one I tried, I just couldn't get the applications to work or run correctly. So I called IT, and I think I was on the phone on hold to them for about an hour and a half that morning to get everything sorted. But it did get sorted, and everything is all well and good to work from home, of course, because as I've mentioned, I'm working from home at the moment. I then use another of those little dividers from Arctic Paper Studio just to break things up a little bit there and to fill in some space. I don't remember what that quarter box, the green quarter box, I put it there for a reason, but I can't remember what it was now. And I left it blank for some reason. I don't know. And you will see that on the sidebar, I actually have left my socials blank because apparently on that particular week, I didn't write down my socials, which is fantastic. I'm so great at writing things down, which is odd because I'm a memory planner, so writing things down is really important. But alas, here we are. And then the last thing that I marked on Thursday evening, I used a little whimsical cat studio girl there crying her eyes out to mark that I did my final Wednesday planning order, because Wednesday Planning actually closed their store. I think they closed the following week officially, but that was my last official order with her, so that was really sad. Especially considering it was the first store I ever PR'd for. And yeah, I mean, I'm still really close with Emily and we still talk daily and that sort of thing. But yeah, it was really sad to watch the store close. So I wanted to denote that in my planner. On to Friday, I have marked in work. I've used another little divider there from Arctic Paper Studio. I then use a flat lay. I believe that one is actually from Wednesday Planning, just to mark that I edited and uploaded. Did I edit and upload? I definitely edited. I can't remember, and I don't have my actual planner in front of me. So I don't know. I don't remember. And then I used a flat lay from the Marshmallow Sticker Co. underneath that to mark that hubby and I had pizza for dinner. And then the last thing that I marked on Friday, I used a little popcorn sticker there from Marshmallow Sticker Co. to mark that hubby and I watched Unfriended: The Dark Web. Very good if you're into horror movies. Very bizarre. The end was kind of weird, but if you like horror or like suspense type thrillers, definitely give that a watch. Moving on to Saturday, I finally did something that I've been meaning to do for the longest time, and I went to Specsavers and I got my eyes tested. So I marked that in using some little glasses there from Sticker Thief. Funnily enough, here we are 3 weeks later, I think we are, and I still don't have my glasses, and every time I follow up on it, they're just like, oh, COVID-19 delays, sorry. Freaking annoying. Moving on, following my eye test, that was when we weren't quite at the restrictions we are now. Like I said, we were at level 2, so there were still a few people around, but they had the social distancing rules in store, so that was interesting. But then after that, I've used a little coffee cup from Stella Bow to mark in getting a coffee, and then I've used a little grocery bag there from the kit to mark in that we went grocery shopping. That afternoon, I've marked in that we went to Officeworks and to Kmart, and I've just used a little shopping bag there from Stella Bow to mark that. And then on Saturday night, I've used a little butterbeer sticker from the kit to mark in that hubby and I decided it would be a fantastic idea to play drinking games. We played a drinking game called Buzzed, which basically you draw a card, you read out the card, and whoever has done what is on the card or whatever the situation is, if you've done that or if that affects you, you take a drink. So for example, one of the questions was, for anyone who has seen the entire Harry Potter series, take a drink. So both my hubby and I had to take a drink. Or, if you're a vegetarian, take a drink. I'm a vegetarian, so I took a drink. So we played that for hours and got well and truly drunk, which was not very fun the next day. It was a fun game, but let's just say the thought, smell, sight, or just the word alcohol at the moment makes me queasy. Moving on to Sunday, I marked in with a little chocolate frog from the kit that we were meant to go to the David Strassman, the chocolate diet show, but naturally because of the level 2 restrictions that was cancelled, so we didn't actually go, and I just didn't have a cancelled sticker to cross that off at the time, but I really wanted to mark that in. You will then see that I used a little marshmallow that is green and queasy to mark in that I was hungover AF. Marshmallow looks exactly how I felt. Then I used a little tickled pink planning pillow to mark that I pretty much slept all day because honestly I was so sick. I ended up having a hangover for like 3 days. So I was hungover on the Sunday. I still felt a little bit queasy and off on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday I still wasn't 100%. It was awful. And then on Sunday, once I did get myself out of bed, I laid on the couch and I've used a little popcorn sticker there from Stella Bow to mark that I watched Escape from Planet Earth. And then, of course, on Sunday night, I watched Maths. And that is my entire week. I did forget to mention that I did use some confetti header overlays from Rose Colored Days, which are really fun, and they just add that pop of foil to the spread. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this spread turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps me out. And I am doing a giveaway at 300 subscribers, and we are almost there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'll do a quick little wiggle for you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Until then, bye for now, guys.